Bear child falls into breakfast, struggling desperately to escape. Father is having breakfast, just about to be eaten by my father. The dog on the side bit his father's pants leg. Take a look with a magnifying glass. Unexpectedly discovered his own son. Originally, my father was a devil inventor. Recently, I have been researching machines that can zoom in and out of objects. Obviously, the experimental results are not very ideal. This day, Bear children playing baseball at home. A person accidentally broke the glass, hit the ball on the invention machine. Unexpected machine start, shrinking the children 10,000 times. When the children come to their senses, everything around me has changed. Dalian, where several things have become incomparable, the small nails are all giants in front of them. Obviously, the machine inexplicably succeeded like this, but they don't have time to be happy. The extremely small body size instantly makes children feel insecure. The weak barking of a dog, they feel like an earthquake. When my father returned home, the children quickly shouted for help, but unfortunately, due to the decrease in volume, their voices have also become extremely small. Father couldn't hear their voices at all, and almost stomped them to death with one foot. A few children just escaped a disaster. Immediately after, he was swept into the trash can by his father, who loved cleanliness. That's it. The children were thrown out of the door as garbage by their father. When they opened the bin bag, how many people were scared out of the third emoticon pack on your phone? A lawn that was not originally high with insoles. Now it has turned into a dense forest. They were forced to embark on a wilderness adventure. At the beginning of the adventure, I heard the hissing of monsters in the sky. Scared, they quickly hid under the big umbrella. Looking up, originally, it was just a butterfly coming to the river, and saw the bodies of insects. The bear child reacted. Where is this river? Isn't this just a bubble of urine from his dog? The bear child suddenly had an idea. I saw him climb up a small grass, continuously whistling. The dog immediately rushed out, but a gust of wind blew in. The bear child accidentally fell onto a flower. Suddenly, a bee flew over. Honey gathering. We need to take it with the pollen. Big brother, in order to save him, jumped down in one fell swoop. Jump on the bee. That's it. Two people take a free flight once. It's both thrilling and exciting. Two children are tightly grasping bees and flying in the sky, just about to reach the destination. My father subconsciously picked up his bat and hit the bee. Bees are frightened, fly into the grass. My father suddenly thought of a question. Put it here. Where is the ball? Looking up, the window has a big hole broken. Hurry into the laboratory to check the situation. Found a smaller sofa on the ground. That's when my father realized, missing children are likely to be reduced by machines. He carefully lay on the floor looking for the children's tracks. But I didn't find anything. When I see the broom next to me, at this moment, he suddenly realized, take the magnifying glass and turn over the bin bag. But I didn't find anything. Father is afraid of accidentally stepping on the child. Put on a telescope, stepping on stilts, starting to search carefully on the lawn, but the stilts accidentally hooked onto the water pipe. Turn on the faucet, thus opening up the flower shower on the lawn. Tiny splashes in the eyes of children, like shells, and hit them heavily in the old-growth forest. In an instant, it turned into a battlefield filled with gunfire. The children are running wild. Suddenly, a water ball hit Big Sister. Hurry up and stumble into the muddy quagmire. Seeing my elder sister in danger. Big brother, see you. A big jump glides towards the quagmire. I saw him dive into the water with a big jerk. Times past 18 minutes. Big brother finally rescued Big Sister. How many people effortlessly lift the elder sister to the bottom of the rock? Big brother crazily performs artificial respiration on Big Sister. That's how I paged 9981 times. Big Sister finally woke up. The last few people fled to a relatively safe place, dodged this disaster. Just then, they found a piece of sandwich cookie on the ground. They were already hungry and thirsty, holding biscuits and cream. Wolfed it down. A small piece of biscuit from the past. Now it's enough for the four of them to eat for a year. Suddenly, an ant also stared at this cookie. A few people hurriedly fled, but they found that ants do not attack humans, so a bold plan emerged spontaneously. They hung up a biscuit, sitting on the ant's body, walking slowly forward. The anxious father lay on the ground searching for a day. There's still no news at all. At night, a father who had no choice but to tell his mother of the matter, in order not to harm the child. So the two of them came up with such a solution. The couple are wearing miner's lamps on their heads, suspended in the air, continue to search for the child. A lewd uncle saw this scene, thought their heads were squeezed by the door, then he casually threw the cigarette butt into the grass. The children looked at the huge cigarette butts and had new ideas, so he made a big fire out of grass roots. Keep moving on the lawn. On the long road, they hit a plastic pipe, preparing to spend a wonderful night in the pipeline, just as Big Brother and Big Sister were preparing for further communication. Coming behind a few people, who have been sexually assaulting and stealing, treat them as night snacks. A few people were scared out of their wits. Fortunately, the ants they just tamed came to rescue them. After 500 rounds of battle, the little ant was ultimately mercilessly killed by the giant-tailed scorpion. A few people are crazily outputting weapons at the giant-tailed scorpion, finally drove away the obscenity. But their danger is far from over. The children suddenly felt a violent shaking. I thought it was an earthquake. I didn't expect it to be Carl next door playing with the lawnmower. A few people fled crazily, go through countless hardships, finally arrived at an ant cave. I think it's finally safe this time. Fortunately, my parents tried their best to prevent it. The lawnmower finally stopped. What a coincidence. The lawnmower happened to stop at the ant hole. The strong airflow sucked them all out, swing in all directions. Looking at the powerful propellers, I thought they were doomed. I didn't expect a few people to be safe and sound. Just as they were fortunate enough to have survived the disaster, the bear child saw their parents searching for some of their bodies and shouted. But their weak voices, parents can't even hear it. The two of them went back to the house searching for no results. Just when a few people were extremely disappointed, the dog at home relies on superhuman sense of smell, discovered them. A few people seized the opportunity to catch the dog's hair. Then he smoothly returned to the room. Dogs are abnormal. Jumped straight to my father's table and shout, I want to tell my father in this way. Unexpectedly, the bear child fell into his father's breakfast. Father doesn't understand what the dog means. Drive him away mercilessly, continuing to eat his breakfast. The crazy shouts of the children were of no use. Take another spoonful and deliver it to your mouth. No abnormalities were found at all. Watching the bear child become the food in the father's mouth, the dog rushed up recklessly, bite into my father's calf with one bite. Father's pain from eating, finally discovered the bear child. There are also other missing children. Subsequently, father brought the children back to the laboratory. Next, after a fierce flash of light, the children have returned to their original state. At the end of the film, their family is enjoying the food that the machine has grown bigger together with this magical machine. Don't worry about not having enough food anymore. If you have a magical machine like this, what would you use it for? Please leave a message and let everyone know.